Today is January 31st, and for the past month, I've been uploading national holiday shorts. So this video is just going to be a mega compilation of all of those 31 shorts. And don't worry, to everyone who thinks that I'm only going to be doing this kind of content from now on, I will not be doing that. I have some other videos planned, and I hope to get those out at some point too, between different games, Minecraft maps, or anything in between. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you guys can see those ones in the future too. Today is January 1st, otherwise known as the first day for the first episode of my new series on this channel, National Holidays. A series about exploring different national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. For example, as you may or may not have noticed, today is actually New Year's Day. But I'm sure you can't help but wonder, what else is today? Well, how about this one? National Gifting Apples Day. Now, you know I like to treat my friends, so of course they all get enchanted golden apples, so here you guys go. Today is also National Commitment Day. I am currently in a committed relationship, but she has no idea I have a YouTube channel. Please no one tell her. It's also National Ring a Bell Day, and I just so happen to have a clock over here with a bell in it, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, that's good, that's good. Today is also apparently National Z Day, like the letter Z, so I made this banner to celebrate. Today is January 2nd, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't even know existed. Starting off strong, it's apparently National Erica Day. Now, the website I'm getting these off of spells it with a C, but you know, I appreciate all my Ericas with a K too. You are loved. Today is also National Swiss Cheese Day, so let me just grab a little bit of cheese here, and delicious. It also just happens to be World Introvert Day. I feel so free. Today is also National Motivation and Inspiration Day. You haven't died yet. Well, I guess that's something. Today is January 3rd, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't even know existed. Starting off, this one's not really a holiday, but I figured I'd mention it. Today, Earth is at its perihelion, which means it's the closest to the sun that it's gonna get for this year. Today is also Festival of Sleep Day, so I'm just gonna, well, sleep. It is also Humiliation Day, against what you're probably thinking has nothing to do with humiliating one another. Humiliation Day is all about humbling yourself to a higher power, in which case I'm a Christian, so I humble myself to God. There you go. You hear that, world? I kneel only to God. There's also International Mind-Body Wellness Day. So if you remember anything, remember this. Sometimes in order to be healthier, you just need to be happier. It's easier said than done, I know, but I believe in you. Today is also National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day. And I just so happen to have a couple of those right here. So I'll just take one of those and... delicious. Today is January 4th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't even know existed. Starting off, it's Free Basket Flowers Day, otherwise known as the time for you to give flowers to those you love. So I got you something. Today just so also happens to be National Spaghetti Day. It's really funny because today is also National Claire Day, and spaghetti is Claire's favorite dish. Today is also Sir Isaac Newton's birthday, so thanks, man, for inventing gravity. You gotta be kidding me. Today is January 5th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. Starting off, it's National Whipped Cream Day, and I'm gonna celebrate with this slice of whipped cream cake, which is a thing apparently. Today is also Keto Day. Of course, I prepared an apple, some nuts, and a grilled salmon, because I think those are keto things, but I wouldn't know. Today is also National Bird Day. You'll never guess what I got to celebrate. That's right, I got a shoe bill. Today is also National Day of Dialogue. And according to the website I'm reading this off of, it is a day of peace building, empathy, and people seeking to heal a world that's in turmoil and find common ground through dialogue. So basically, people that want world peace, and that's kind of cool. Today is January 6th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. Starting off, today is Three Kings Day, a day about marking the glorification of baby Jesus by the three wise men. How cool is that? Next up, it's National Take Down the Christmas Tree Day. That's right, you heard the man. Today is also National Take a Poet to Lunch Day. But the last, alone, I will eat all by myself, for I have no one. It is also National Cuddle Day. Well, I kinda have to. Sorry. Today is January 7th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. Starting off, it's National Tempura Day. Now, of all the food mods, I didn't actually have tempura, so this will have to do. Next up, it's Christmas Day. If you're Orthodox. which I'm not. But if you are, Merry Christmas. It is also I'm a Mentor Day. I, of course, am not a mentor, nor have I ever had one. But if you are a mentor, happy I'm a Mentor Day. Next up, it's I'm not gonna take it anymore day. All about the changes you want to see in your life. And there's one big change that I want to make with my life. And now I have a hat. Today is January 8th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it is both Elvis Presley and David Bowie's birthday. And the only reason I'm even including these is because I can link them both back to JoJo's references, and I want to be annoying. It is also National Typing Day. Did I do good? Next we have National Bubble Bath Day. I love bathing completely clothed. It is also Argyle Day, as in the pattern that I'm currently showing you on screen. Yes, there's an entire day dedicated to just that pattern. Today is January 9th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's my birthday! And Brent Rivera's! And Wenji's! And freaking Richard Nixon. But who cares about them? It's my birthday. Today is also Balloon Ascension Day. I can see my house from up here. It is also Static Electricity Day. And that's what these copper plates are for. Because I said so. Next up is National Apricot Day. And I just so happen to have an apricot tree right here. So that's pretty cool. Today is January 10th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Houseplant Appreciation Day. So we just got this plant, and let me just water it, of course. Next up, it's National Bittersweet Chocolate Day. Of course, that can just mean dark chocolate, so I have some of that right here. It is also National Cut Your Energy Cost Day. So for that, I'm just gonna... You have got to be kidding me. Today is also Peculiar People Day, otherwise known as me. He's a quite idiotic game-playing player of action. Today is January 11th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Baptism of the Lord, a day all about commemorating the baptism of Jesus Christ in the Jordan River. That's pretty cool. Next up, it's Cigarettes Are Hazardous to Your Health Day. So, maybe don't do that. It is also International Thank You Day, a day all about thanking people that have made your life better in some way. So I'd like to thank everyone watching this because you have made my life better simply by being here. And I'd like to thank everyone in my family that's so encouraging for me, including my mom, especially my mom, because she's always there for me. Today is also Learn Your Name in Morse Code Day. Of course, for me, that would be if it wasn't obvious, of course. Today is January 12th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's National Fourth Graders Day. Now, the only reason I'm even including this is because growing up, I was a big fan of the show Recess, so yeah. Next up, it's National Gluten-Free Day. Goodbye, delicious bread. You will be missed. It is also National Hot Tea Day. Of course, I have somewhere of that right there where I'm just gonna eat it, of course. Today is also National Pharmacist Day. Of course, as we all know, this is an homage to Dr. Hein Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, everybody's favorite pharmacist. Today is January 13th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Korean American Day. Of course, it's exactly how it sounds, celebrating those who are descendants of immigrants from 1903. 안녕하세요. I probably butchered that, but oh well. I understand that not every Korean American can actually speak Korean, but I'm trying to be inclusive here. Besides, we all get to laugh at me trying to speak a different language, don't we? Next up, it's Make Your Dream Come True Day. So if you're watching this and you're doubting yourself and making your dreams come true, I believe in you. Not that some loser on the internet believing in you really makes a difference, but it's a thought that counts. It is also National Rubber Duck Day. Can you tell I like rubber ducks that much? Something broke and now I'm stuck with the skin for some reason. But anyways, today is also National Sticker Day. Okay, I got it. I don't know what happened. And thanks to this mod, I can make anything into a sticker. So here's some cherries. Today is January 14th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's International Kite Day. There he goes. He's really flying now. Seriously though, I couldn't find a single kite mod, so this will have to do. Alan, no! Next up, it's National Take the Stairs Day. Well, I failed. It is also Organize Your Home Day, a day all about decluttering, which I don't really have clutter in my Minecraft house, so good enough. Today is also Ratification Day. As we all know, ratification is the political process in which someone gets turned into a rat. Oh no, it's... Dude! What? Are you seriously Jane Doe? She's a rat. She's a Gunnerskin. She's a Gunnerskin. Who cares? I got cheese and everything. I'm gonna be a rat. Today is January 15th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's National Bagel Day. Of all the mods, I didn't have a straight bagel, so this bagel sandwich will do. Nom, 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 nom. Next up, it's National Freshly Squeezed Juice Day. So with this juicer and these 2 apples, I can make apple juice, the very staple of mankind. It is also National Hat Day. Am I a pretty girl? Today is also National Strawberry Ice Cream Day. I didn't have any strawberries, so cherry will have to do. Man, these mods are really lacking. I can't even eat this stuff. Today is January 16th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Appreciate a Dragon Day. I appreciate you, Gene. Next up, it's International Hot and Spicy Food Day. And for that, I have this spicy bowl of curry, so I'm just gonna eat some of that. Also, I didn't know you can eat directly from the plate. I'm an idiot. It is also National Nothing Day. Today is also National Religious Freedom Day, a day all about celebrating that people can have different religious beliefs. If you're like me and you're Christian, that's pretty cool. Otherwise, I still support you, even though you're wrong. Today is January 17th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, today is the day that I hit 600 subscribers. It isn't a lot, but I'm thankful that all of you are here. Thank you. Also, the website I use to get these holidays is kind of broken right now, so I hope these are correct. First up, it's Cable Car Day, and here's a cable car. This took me half an hour to build. Well, more like 15 minutes, but still, that's quite a long time. Today is also Popeye Day, like the cartoon character. Would you look at that? We have a warden over here, and I got some spinach, so I'm just gonna... There we go. Today is also Tulip Day with red, orange, white, and pink tulips. Today is January 18th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. And of course, the website I'm using is still broken, so these will have to do. Simply put, I'm only getting the special holidays, not all of them, because apparently, according to the website, January does not exist. First up is Gourmet Coffee Day. I would be doing this in my kitchen, but I accidentally loaded this world without mods, and I didn't have a backup. I'm stupid. This is hazelnut. That's actually pretty good. I think. I don't know. I'm not actually a coffee person. It's just on the list, okay? Next up is National Thesaurus Day. I actually don't necessarily remember what a thesaurus is. I just know it's a dictionary, but more advanced, I guess. It is also World Religion Day. At this point, everyone knows I'm Christian. There you go. And I had crosses up here, but believe it or not, I loaded this world without mods. Ouch. Today is also World Snow Day. The nearest biome with snow in it was 3,000 blocks away, and it's causing my game so much lag. Today is January 19th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, today is Blue Monday. Blue Monday is celebrated at what is statistically known as the saddest time of the year. So if you're feeling a little down, I strongly encourage you to go talk to someone that you care about, or at least go do something that you love. It'll get better, I promise. Next up, it's Brew a Potion Day. Fun fact, the concept of brewing potions was actually made popularized through video games like, believe it or not, Minecraft. And hey, just because you might need it, I got you guys a nice potion of healing. I know sometimes we just need a little healing in life, and I'm not just talking about physically. Never forget that you matter. It is also Good Memory Day, and thank goodness this isn't a day about having good memory, because I don't. But it is a day to reminisce on those good moments that you spend with those people that you love and care about. Today is also Tenderness Toward Existence Day. This day is a day to celebrate the quiet feeling of warmth, joy, and connection with all the creatures on this beautiful planet we call home. That's exactly what the website says, word for word. Yes, of course I mean you. No. Today is January 20th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Camcorder Day, and I'm so glad that absolutely no one is secretly around the corner recording me on their camcorder right now. Next up, it's National Cheese Lovers Day. So I have things like crackers and cheese, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, and even a basic cheeseburger. Also, my dog's in the background, don't worry about that. I'm running out of time to record this, so don't worry about it. Today is also National Penguin Day, as well as Penguin Awareness Day. Yeah, those are 2 separate holidays. That's pretty cool. I mean, look at this little fella. Isn't he cute? I know Pen's having a field day with this one, by the way. Today is January 21st, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's International Sweatpants Day. Although I imagine I won't be wearing these for too long, because today is Mariachi Day. También es el Día Nacional de Abrazo a tu Cachorro. I'm really banking on Google Translate being correct on that one, and my ability to pronounce words like at all. But regardless, come here, Sir Barkus von Wolfington III. You are adorable. Today is also generally just National Hugging Day, so there you go. Today is January 22nd, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. What you got for me? Man, I don't know, ask my dad. Next up, it's Clashing Clothes Day. As you can tell, I kind of wear that like all the time, so this is my day, I guess. It's not that horrible, is it? It is also National Blonde Brownie Day. As you may have guessed, I didn't have those, so this will have to do. Today is also National Hot Sauce Day. And of course, to celebrate it, I got myself a nice hot wing. Today is January 23rd, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Measure Your Feet Day. Yep. Still 4 pixels. Next up, it's National Handwriting Day. My handwriting is very bad. I'll even show you on screen by writing National Handwriting Day. You see, it is also National King Day. Of course, if you know me, I'm going to relate this back to Christ, because Jesus is king. Today is also National Pie Day, and specifically Rhubarb Pie Day. My brother would be so proud. I didn't have regular rhubarb pie, so the strawberry rhubarb pie is gonna have to do. Today is January 24th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Just Do It Day. It is exactly how it sounds. It is a day about avoiding procrastination and finally doing that one thing you wanna do. And no, I don't mean this. Do not do this. Next up, it's Macintosh Computer Day. I don't really have a Macintosh, but this old dinosaur might do. And okay, we're already off to a bad start. It is also National Compliment Day. And looking at you, all of the every last one of them. Today is also National Peanut Butter Day. Of course, for that I have peanut butter and banana sandwich, peanut butter and pancakes, peanut butter chocolate bar, peanut butter cookies, and peanut butter cup. So that's, I actually have a lot of options in this mod. Today is January 25th, but I do not have time for another episode of National Holidays, which is not a series about exploring national holidays that you knew didn't exist. Lastly, it is not National Bible Sunday, which thank God, am I right? Because I'm not even a Christian. What isn't next is National Fish Taco Day. The only time I've ever eaten a fish taco is literally outside of any school setting, and I absolutely love them. It also isn't National Irish Coffee Day. I am really into coffee, so I wish I could have rebuilt my house so I could be enjoying some in the kitchen right now. Today also isn't Opposite Day, or maybe it is. So maybe try rewatching this short to see what I was really saying the entire time. Today is January 26th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Australia Day, so I'm gonna do the rest of the short upside down. Or maybe not. Next up is Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. I don't really have any bubble wrap in any of these mods, but you know I still appreciate it. It is also National Green Juice Day. And these mods add a lot of different green juices. And I know some of these look similar, but trust me, they are all different. Most of these I've never even heard of, but you know, it's nice to get some unique, different flavors in here, I guess. Today is also National Spouse Day. I am not currently married, but I do have a girlfriend, so here's to hoping. And a quick honorable mention, today is National Bible Day. Just like how yesterday was National Bible Sunday. The main difference being that National Bible Sunday was for America, while National Bible Day is for the Philippines. So that's really cool. Today is January 27th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. But firstly, it is Auschwitz Liberation Day, Holocaust Memorial Day, and International Holocaust Remembrance Day, all at once. Of course, as you may have guessed, this is a day to celebrate the freedom from the, the Nazis, and all that stuff. Also, YouTube, this is purely for representative purposes. Please do not take my video down. I do not support the Nazis as much as I joke about it. I don't. Next up, it's National Chocolate Cake Day. They call me Fluffy because of how much I love chocolate cake. It is also National Plan for Vacation Day. Well, I'm all set. I really don't like people. Today is also Punch the Clock Day. No, we don't literally punch the clock. It's a day about punch clocks. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. Today is January 28th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Data Privacy Day. And that's why this short is brought to you by Dead Surfer and... wait a second. No, I'm not good enough for a sponsor. Next up, it's National Blueberry Pancake Day. I didn't have any blueberry pancakes, so we're just gonna pretend these are blueberry. Don't eat that. Actually, blueberry is pretty toxic to dogs too if they're not in moderation, so be careful. It is also National Daisy Day, and lucky for me, there's a photo of them right there. Aren't these beautiful? Today is also Pop Art Day. And if you want to know anything about me, it's that I love the comic book art style. Not that I'm any good at replicating it. Today is January 29th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Free Thinkers Day, a day to celebrate outside of the box thinking. I wonder what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Next up, it's Kansas Day.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
No, I know your name's not Toto. It's a movie. You ever see it? Wizard of Oz? You haven't? Oh. Maybe after this short we can go watch it. It is also National Carnation Day. Carnations are a beautiful flower, and they're definitely perfect for getting something for your loved ones. Although we celebrate this in honor of William McKinley, who always wore one of these on his lapel. Today is also National Puzzle Day. Whether it's jigsaw or a logic puzzle, puzzles are puzzles, and they're pretty cool. Today is January 30th, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's National Croissant Day. And yes, finally, one of the mods I had a croissant in it. Isn't it beautiful? Next up, it's National Draw a Dinosaur Day. I don't really have much to draw with apart from these doormats, so that's where I drew my dinosaur on. Do you like it? I think he's perfect. It is also National Escape Day. If you guys know anything about me, it's that I love escape rooms, but that's not what this day is about. National Escape Day is actually a day to encourage people to run away from their existential problems, which honestly, yeah, sometimes you need that. Today is also National Fun at Work Day. I am not currently working at what you would call a proper job, but what I do work at is pretty fun. So let me know in the comments what other holidays are today. Until next time. But hey, that's all I got for you today. That is some good cocoa. Today is also National Hot Chocolate Day. And I don't know about you, but my heart's pretty inspired by this art. It is also Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. A day that is so cold around this time of year that people just called it that. Next up, it's Hella's Freezing Over Day. So maybe try taking the clips of the short and putting them backwards so it makes a lot more sense. First up, it's Backwards Day. A series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. Today is January 31st, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays. Today is January 31st, and it's time for another episode of National Holidays, a series all about exploring national holidays that you probably didn't know even existed. First up, it's Backwards Day. So maybe try taking the clips of the short and putting them backwards so it makes a lot more sense. Next up, it's Hella's Freezing Over Day. A day that is so cold around this time of year that people just called it that. It is also Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. And I don't know about you, but my heart's pretty inspired by this art. Today is also National Hot Chocolate Day. That is some good cocoa. But hey, that's all I got for you this month. So let me know in the comments below which ones are your favorite. Until next time. But with all those done, that's going to do it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. And I'll hopefully see each and every one of you in the next video. Goodbye.